Hello, everyone. Welcome to the United Stand. Very, very off the cuff. Good win for Iran, as my nephew just said. But Manchester United have signed David De Gea on a 5-year contract. This is the news that's coming out from Manchester Evening News, that David De Gea will sign a 5-year contract. And what a week it's been in relation to De Gea, because we've had the situation whereby obviously the Real Madrid manager, who was the Spanish coach, people were thinking, well, is he going to be the next coach of David De Gea? Is he going to lure him over the World Cup? He gets the sack. Real Madrid unveil him, and Real Madrid obviously looking like they're going to get Alisson now. I mean, to be honest with you, I'm sure many of you watch the United Stand, and we've spoken about David De Gea quite a lot, quite extensively. And many of us felt that going into this summer, that it was the first summer in a long time that there wasn't any concern about De Gea. It didn't start in the March international break, which is not when it normally happens. And it's not really kicked on. I mean, De Gea made comments at the start of the week about, he's a Manchester United player. He's very, very happy at Manchester United. He doesn't think that Florentino Perez has got his number. And the thing is, if De Gea wanted to leave Manchester United, is there any Manchester United fan who would realistically hold it against him? I don't think they would. It's not officially been announced by the club yet, and obviously De Gea is still playing in a big game tonight against Portugal. If you want to watch us on the watch along for that, we're live at 7 o'clock on That's Football for the watch along. De Gea versus Ronaldo. So I don't think Manchester United are going to be announcing this anytime soon officially. So where's it come from? It's come from the Manchester Evening News, and they have been right about a couple of things this summer. And it would be a very, 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 very big thing for them to be wrong about. Very, very big indeed. So I think we can take this and bank it that David De Gea will be becoming a Manchester United player. Well, he already is a Manchester United player. He will be signing that 5-year contract very, very, very soon. And look, I've said it many a time about De Gea. When it comes to De Gea, you take him out of our team, and I think you lose 20 points. I really do. I think it's that important. So it's very, very good that he signed the contract, obviously. Apologies, not normal background. Literally just arrived somewhere and saw this news. So we do go live on the United Stand when it is big news, and it is big news. It's very, very positive news. He's world class, says Pankaj. He's our best player, says Xander. And all these things are very, very true. He is world class. He is our best player. And I think if De Gea wasn't part of our team, we would lose 20 points. I don't think there's a goalkeeper that comes anywhere near him. Darren Sweetman says it's not by the club yet. Yes, I totally agree with you about that. But when an outlet like the Manchester Evening News, who is they can be speculative. Every outlet can be speculative. But when you say David De Gea is going to sign a 5-year contract, then you've got to make sure it's right. I mean, they'd have to shut down if they got that wrong. So he's definitely going to sign it, isn't he? And there's only what... I heard something today, and I think it's very true. I think the best place for De Gea to go if he ever wants to leave Manchester United is probably to go to Barcelona or somewhere like that. So he's going to be at United for another year, which is absolutely fantastic news, or more years. Luke Harris has just joined. So David De Gea is signing a 5-year contract at Manchester United, as confirmed by the Manchester Evening News in the last couple of hours. It hasn't been confirmed by the club yet, but if you know anything about transfers, you know that Manchester United Football Club is a bit like a sieve when it comes to transfer news. It comes out 1, 2, 3 weeks before it is official. I mean, we know Fred's signing and it's still not official. So yeah, it's going to happen. And I think this is something that we can take to the bank and we can be very, very positive about. To me, it makes it a fantastic summer, because to lose Martial would be bad, and hopefully we can keep him. But to lose De Gea would be, 4 times out of the last 5 years, Player of the Year. Absolutely essential to what Manchester United are trying to achieve. Absolutely essential to our defence. You take De Gea out there, and we've got good stats, our defence, and everyone talks about what a good defence we've got. You take De Gea out of it, and I don't think we've got such a great defence as well. I think you look at Valencia, he's on the slide. You look at Ashley Young, not potentially a very good left back. We haven't even got a centre back pairing. So why is our defence so good? It's because of David De Gea. And if he was to leave, that would be absolutely tragic. So it's not confirmed yet, but looks like it will happen, says Ronak. Will there be a show tonight, Mark, says Jack? I actually also need to make an announcement about the United Stand, which I have tried to make a couple of times. Don't worry, it's nothing major. I'm getting a bit hot up here. We obviously, with the World Cup happening, there are some good 7 o'clock games. So the 8 o'clock show, if there's a 7 o'clock game, the 8 o'clock show will move to 9 o'clock from now on. That's what's going to happen just for the World Cup, because it just seems silly to be going live at 8 o'clock when it's half time of a World Cup game. And you've got Brazil, Switzerland on Sunday. You've got Croatia tomorrow night. You've got Spain tonight. So we'll push the shows back to 9 o'clock. But tonight there probably won't be a show. So because I've put up I put up a 5 replacements for Martial video only a couple of hours ago, and then we've done this as well. So unless there's something big around transfers, I'm not planning on doing a show tonight again. But the best laid plans, whenever I'm away, things happen with United. Last time I was away here, we had the Bale news and the Ronaldo news, so I wouldn't be surprised if I was live again. But I'm not planning on being live again. But best laid plans, and actually, I'm more than happy to go live when it's stuff like this. So yeah, I'm not obviously in the normal surroundings at the moment, but the United Stand, I know we do try to be professional in the way we present ourselves, but sometimes you get caught on the hop. And yeah, I'm live from not my bedroom. I haven't got blue curtains. So yeah, Manchester Evening News saying that David De Gea is going to sign a new contract at Manchester United, or has signed a 5-year contract, is what they're saying. So when this will get announced, I don't think this will get announced till after the World Cup, to be honest. When he comes back, he's not going anywhere anyway. So yeah, very, very, very positive about it. He's the best goalkeeper in the world. I've been saying this for 4 or 5 years, and I firmly believe that he is. Will he be our captain? Potentially. But the main thing is that you keep De Gea. I cannot overestimate the point that if he was to leave Manchester United, we would be in all sorts of problems. So keeping him, and let's not forget, Mourinho gets a little bit of stick, but it was Jose Mourinho who said in his press conference back in April that De Gea is not going anywhere. So smash the like button if you're happy that De Gea is staying. That's what I say, because without De Gea we would be screwed, and I agree with Alec Ducasse on that. Hope he isn't one of the 6 we need, though. So, well, look, interestingly enough about the transfer window, let me just mention that for a moment. We are 4 weeks into this transfer window, which is actually 1/3 of the transfer window. It's only 8 weeks until the transfer window closes. 4 weeks. The next 4 weeks of that is the World Cup. So this is what I'm saying. We are going to have to be doing business during this World Cup. I think some people think, I'm just going to focus on the World Cup and not bother with the United Stand or anything like that anymore, because Park United news. I guarantee you there will be transfer news during this summer, during this World Cup, because there has to be. We cannot wait till after the World Cup, and then we're going on the US tour and try and get however many deals in and out. And remember, we've only done 1 deal at the moment, Delos. That's all we've done in 4 weeks. We've done 1. Fred's not actually official yet, so we're going to have to do it. There's the reports that Fred hasn't agreed personal terms yet. Yeah, I think in relation to Fred, we've agreed the deal with Shakhtar Donetsk, and he wants to come to Manchester United, so we should be all right. Rishab's just come on going, yes is the word. I mean, I think it's always a bit of a weird feeling when you retain a player, when a new player signs a new contract. But I was ecstatic when Angel Gomez signed that contract because I was concerned he was going to leave, and I'm ecstatic now De Gea signed this contract. I think that this has become more relevant and more important to Manchester United because we're trying to build a team at the moment, and there's not many players in our team currently that you would be ecstatic about them signing a new contract. De Gea is probably the most important player that we need to stay at Manchester United, and the 5-year contract's great. I mean, it doesn't necessarily mean he'll fill the 5 years, but if you think back to that moment we had a few years ago when the fax machine saved us, would you still think that David De Gea was going to be a Manchester United player going into like the 2020s, which is absolutely brilliant, John Diaz says it is official. No, look, I've told you this from the very start. David De Gea signs is what the Manchester Evening News are saying. They're saying he's signed a 5-year contract. And as I said before, you can be a moody little sod about, I'm waiting until United officially announce it. And obviously we will react to it when it is official. But when the Manchester Evening News say that Manchester United's most important player has signed a new 5-year contract, that player pretty much has signed a new contract. Because imagine if they were wrong on that. If they get that wrong, they may as well shut that down. They'll never believe about anything. Imagine if De Gea went and signed for Real Madrid tomorrow. That would be the end of them. So it's going to happen. And John Diaz says the Manchester Evening News are lame. Well, they've got, on a daily basis, they probably have to provide 10 United stories every day. So, of course, they're going to write about little links here, there and everywhere. But when they go with something big like this, you cannot afford to get it wrong. And they won't have got it wrong. And to be fair, was it February or March time? I saw somebody in the live comments saying that it was, I think Neil Custis or somebody in The Sun did say that De Gea was signing a new contract back in February. So it's only verifying what that is. And let's not forget, when it comes to transfer news and contracts, they do take a long time. I keep telling people this. Manchester United don't sit. Well, some people might think Ed Woodward does do this, but he doesn't. United don't sit on their hands until the end of the season, then start trying to do deals. You do deals throughout the season, whether it's contract renewals, as Martial's agent says, they've been trying to get that done for a while. So they are worked on for a long time. And this will have been worked on for a long time at Manchester United. So maybe the thing about Manchester United as well is, and I've got to take my hat off to Liverpool on something I never normally would do, is that when they signed Fabinho, it was 8 o'clock, they're interested, 9 o'clock, he's officially signed. With United, unfortunately, or fortunately, I think it's a positive in many ways, because as fans, we get to, really build it up, although sometimes it does go on for a little bit long. We are, it's a bit of a sieve. Manchester United is a bit of a sieve in relation to information. Whether it's new coaches, whether it's signings, they drag on until the official signing, and you can more or less jump on it. So yeah, it will happen. Woodward gets United tons of money, but he needs help doing transfers, says Alejandro Velarde. Lovely name. I think he does. I think Alexandro says Sorga Gaming. What's going on with him? We're dealing with Juventus at the moment for the sale of Darmian. If we're not dealing with Juventus for Sandro as part of that, then obviously we're not getting Sandro. It's a prime opportunity to do it, and that is the time to do it. Madrid have agreed terms with Alisson, says Darren Sweetman, or Alisson. Yeah, well, as soon as De Gea sign, as soon as Real Madrid are after Alisson, you pretty much know De Gea's staying anyway, don't you? Because there's nowhere else for him to go. But, to be fair to De Gea, I think he's a fantastic goalkeeper. I think he's the best goalkeeper in the world. But I think he's also got real morals, because he's not had a great 5 years at Manchester United in relation to success. As an individual player, he's had a fantastic 5 years. He's been the best goalkeeper in the world, but he's not been replicated with the players in front of him. He deserves a team at Manchester, and to stay here that long when he could go and be winning really pleased about it. Apparently Jose wants Koulibaly, which I've just seen somebody mention in the live comments there. If he does, I think we've I have it there, sorry, I'm out in the sticks a bit, so the internet may not be great, but Najib Khan's happy, he's very excited. Remember, smash the like button, everybody, and if you're happy that De Gea's signed, smash that like button, but please do smash the like button anyway. I'm not used to messing around with rubbish internet, so please do support the United Stand. And remember to give us your comments below on De Gea. I think it's fantastic news. I think this week we've sort of fell into that horrible feeling of Martial's going, what if De Gea goes as well? Instead of building a team, our team's falling apart, and it wasn't an amazing team in the first place. So we want to build. De Gea provides the best foundation in the world to build upon. Absolutely. So very happy about it. And enjoy the rest of your Friday evening. If there's any more news, I will go live, but there's no other United Stand show tonight, because that's football at 7 o'clock. We're live doing a watch along. De Gea versus Ronaldo. That's Football Channel. Watch along. Join us there in about half an hour for that. Loads of watch alongs tomorrow for the World Cup as well. Every game covered. And we'll be back on the United Stand tomorrow. But if you're craving United Stand content, there's Transfer Daily from this morning. And I also put up a video about 2 hours ago, top 5 replacements if Martial goes, which is really generating a lot of debate. Thanks everyone for watching. You're absolutely fantastic. I hope you enjoy your evening. If you're watching the game, get involved in the match chat on That's Football. And please do go and watch the top 5 for Martial, because there's a couple in there, but I really think number 1 will be the replacement. If he goes, hopefully he won't. Speak to you all soon. Thanks for watching.